Let's talk about some of the exciting new cards to come out of Bloomburrow and Bloomburrow Commander decks for the Oathbreaker format. I really love the gift cards. They're probably not signature spell worthy, but they're cool to have in the deck. They allow you to do some politicking, so you can gift a card to an opponent in exchange for them not attacking you or something like that. And a lot of them are gift a card, but there's some weird ones like gift an extra turn. I really like this one. Create 4 2/2 blue bird creature tokens with flying. If the gift was promised, all permanents you control phase out until your next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. There's also gifting treasure, gifting food, gifting tapped fish, gifting octopus. Some weird stuff. I could see Wizards using this mechanic a lot more going forward. We got one new Planeswalker in the set, and that's Ral Crackling Wit. For 2 blue-red, he's a 4 loyalty Planeswalker. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a loyalty counter on Ral Crackling Wit. +1, create a 1/1 blue and red otter creature token with prowess. -3, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. -10, draw 3 cards. You get an emblem with instant and sorcery spells you cast have Storm. Yeah, I think this is really good. It could definitely make a pretty unique Oathbreaker deck, and I like that a lot. How good it is probably depends on how quickly you can get to that -10, that's what I'm guessing at least. And I think you could get to it pretty quickly with that triggered ability. I expect this to be pretty popular to build once the set comes out. Popular relative to Oathbreaker anyway, which is not super popular anymore, but we still love it. I made a whole video exploring what signature spell might pair best with them, and I'll link it at the end of the video if you want to watch it. Valiant is a new creature keyword that triggers whenever the creature is targeted by a spell or ability you control the first time each turn. And this is worth mentioning because some Planeswalkers can trigger Valiant with their activated abilities. There's also a lot of prowess, which isn't new or exciting, but it triggers whenever you cast a non-creature spell, which is more often in Oathbreaker because we have 2 non-creature spells in the command zone. We got a bunch of solid options for a token Oathbreaker deck too, because there's a big token theme in Bloomburrow. Hop to It is a 3-mana sorcery that says create 3 1/1 white rabbit creature tokens. Seasons of the Burrow, a sorcery for 5. Choose up to 5 paw prints worth of modes. You may choose the same mode more than once. Pay 1 paw print, create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. Pay 2 paw prints, exile target non-land permanent. Its controller draws a card. Pay 3 paw prints, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it. Now this one has signature spell potential. You can create 5 1/1 rabbits for 5 mana, which is a pretty good rate, but that exile target non-land permanent thing is great. This can take out Planeswalkers. It's not the most exciting spell, but in a token-themed Oathbreaker deck, I think this is really one of the best options. There's also Fountain Port, a land that lets you sacrifice tokens to draw cards, and Caretaker's Talent, a 3-mana enchantment class. The first mode is whenever 1 or more tokens you control enter, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Pay 1 to get to level 2. When this class becomes level 2, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. Pay 4 to get to level 3. Creature tokens you control get +3/+3. If your Oathbreaker can make tokens, especially if it's in a color that doesn't draw cards very well, this could be pretty solid. Here's one I really like. Calamity of Cinders, a sorcery for 7, but it's got Convoke. Calamity of Cinders deals 6 damage to each untapped creature. On the one hand, this feels like a one-sided board wipe because there aren't many creatures with more than 6 toughness in the Oathbreaker format. And obviously you're going to tap all your stuff down to lower the cost on this so it's not killing your stuff. But it might also not kill their stuff because if they've been attacking, their creatures are also tapped. All in all, I do love the card. It's just probably kind of hit or miss on whether this does what you want it to or not. Valley Floodcaller is a 3-mana 2/2 with Flash. You may cast non-creature spells as though they had Flash. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, birds, frogs, otters, rats you control get +1/+1 till end of turn, untap them. This probably won't make the cut in hardly any decks, but being able to flash in your Planeswalker and your sorcery speed signature spell is pretty cool. And Azure Beastbinder, a 2-mana 3/1 with Vigilance. It can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or greater. When it attacks, up to 1 target artifact, creature, or Planeswalker an opponent controls loses all abilities until your next turn. If it's a creature, it also has base power toughness 2/2 until your next turn. That's a pretty cool ability in the Oathbreaker format and not something you see too much of. If you enjoy Oathbreaker content like this, subscribe for more. I think I'm the only guy doing Oathbreaker content on any kind of regular basis. If you don't want to subscribe, no problem. How about hitting that like button instead? That helps me out too. That helps me out a lot actually. Thanks a lot for watching and I will see you next time.